So they've just stolen my glasses. At the Brooklyn Library, they were calling me sus as I'm a female. There was a female, she was just looking at me, she looked like she was African, and she later gave me $5. I don't know what that's about. And I was asking her, do you see what happened to me in the library? She didn't say a word. This was March 24th, 2025. So I was like, why was she following me after that? But she later gave me $5. I was like, okay, whatever. But nobody would speak out for me. So at the library, they were bothering me. They allowed the black Americans to come with bags like mine. They didn't bother them. I've seen white people come with stroller like my stroller, and place it by the table, and they don't bother. And today they were trying to go and hide your stuff somewhere. I'm like, no, stop harassing me in the library. So as soon as I left, one of my bags already cut it off. you know. So I've been under the FBI surveillance since I was in immigration prison in 2000. So they have their satellite camera following me also. They said this is what they do after you get released from immigration prison. So I was robbed yesterday, March 24, 2025. After I left the library, I was on the train, our train. I fell asleep and they used their scissors to cut off my bag. You know. So that bag, So they need to subpoena their FBI surveillance of me to find out who did that. They said this Trump ordered them to clear out any kind of criminal from the subway. Otherwise, he's going to cease funding. And they said this is their racist talk. When they talk about criminals in this country, they mean any poor black person is a potential criminal. So, so they've been harassing me on the subway, telling me I have too many bags, what can I do? I need to survive. I've been carrying my bag like this. They have some black Americans hit my bag with their stroller. So they say this is what they do in their prisons. Anytime they will create any reason and beat a prisoner to death. So they're bringing out on the streets a genocide. My mother was also complaining about the police department. And, she was killed in Bellevue Hospital. Her daughters joined in. Her daughters were born in America. My mother was born in Nigeria. After the police took her home. Eric Garner was also helping us to complain. I gave him the court papers to give to the police. The police went and killed him in 2014. A year later, my mother's daughter, Berlin Flores, sent mental illness on my mother and got her killed. So my mother was saying her daughter was part of a narcotic gang. And, and a lot of these narcotic people that do drugs, sometimes they get arrested and they start working as informants for the FBI or CIA. And I've been seeing that daughter Bolani coming around me. She lives in Pennsylvania, so I'm like, who's giving her my surveillance information to come to New York, But she won't say anything because she must be aware of my other FBI surveillance, and my surveillance can be subpoenaed by the courts to see who's coming around me, so she keep quiet, but she keeps coming around me. I don't know for what reason. So in case anything happens to me, please, all the activists in the world and here locally, subpoena to the video records. They have on me because I heard they use their satellite camera also. Somebody just stole my stuff. So they're committing a genocide and they're trying to make you look like you're the criminal. So this Trump also, he tried to hit me with his car, right after the police took my home. I used to go to his hotel, Taj Mahal in New Jersey, and they told me to stop coming there because I would go there, go have the casino gambling party. And they told me to stop coming there because I would go and use the bathroom. And they were just discriminating against me because I'm a homeless African. So I recorded them saying I was going to file a lawsuit against Trump and Taj Mahal Hotel. So after that, I showed that hotel off. And I was in New York, and somebody told me to go and wait in front of his house that a Christian group is coming to give us gifts for Christmas. As I waited, Trump was in the back seat of an SUV, and the driver tried to speed towards me to hit me. And I was asking people, who's that person? They said it's Trump in front of his house. I didn't even know that was his house. So the FBI surveillance would have picked that up, and he still managed to become president. They never locked him up. And he went and boasted that he could kill somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. So there's, now I think that's why he's saying he wants to be president forever, because he knows he could be potentially charged as soon as he leaves the White House. Because at that time, he tried to hit him with his car, SUV. He wasn't even president yet. He hadn't even run for his first term. That's why I say he wants to be president forever. That's a suspicious statement. That means because the only place where he feels safe is the White House. Because, even though he has presidential immunity while he's president, but things he did before he became president, his immunity doesn't cover it. He tried to hit me with a car before he became president. And he's been using all kinds of threats. I was born on July 8th. They said they arrested a Palestinian, Mahmoud, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Colombian student. They arrested him on March 8th and said they couldn't be arresting any other person that speaks against the American government. And they're robbing me And they said this governor Oko said she now has Trump's phone number. You know, said Trump said order them that he wants them to clear out all the criminals. So it's calling immigrants criminals. So they've been targeting me, hitting my stuff, sending black Americans to attack me. The police attack me. So I don't know if they have if they put in a assassination order on me. They said they killed the civil rights activists in this country, like Martin Luther King. They killed them. His families filed a lawsuit and won the case that the U.S. government killed them. So they said they plant assassins. So I also discovered they stolen my glasses that make me look more feminine. So I was trying to go upstairs to buy new glasses because there's a store and they lock up the elevator. So I'm not even going to attempt to go upstairs because they won't let me come back in. So this is gender-motivated violence. And in case anything happens to me, and said the governor and the mayor said they should be locking us homeless in the psych ward to remove us. So they're planning to frame mental illness owners and under the guise that we're all mentally ill to answer Trump's order that they should be locking, they should clear the subway of all criminals, and that's their code word to target any black person because they criminalize the black lives. But the Brooklyn Federal Court issued a ruling in November 2013 that they should stop criminalizing poor blacks and stop the excessive force and the targeting and racial profiling. But these governors are going to continue calling blacks criminals. So they want to hide under the guise of, mental illness. So they're provoking people like me. Then they're robbing me. So they just robbed me on March 24, 2025, between 8 p.m. and 12 midnight. This was Monday. It's now Tuesday. But they robbed me March 24, 2025. So in case anything happens to me, they have to subpoena the FBI for my video surveillance because they have satellite camera that they used to follow people around. And whoever stole my stuff needs to be arrested. And they have these MTA workers bothering me also. So in case I get arrested or killed, it was intentionally done. Even if I'm put in a psych ward, the civil rights activists have to file abuse corpses to free me and arrest the psychiatrist for because I'm not mentally ill, but they did that to me in 2019. When Trump was running for his re-election, they so the elevator is working, but I don't know why they put the orange cone. Sometimes they call this Trump orange man. I'm not even going to try to go upstairs, and they did not let me back. So I wear the glasses. I wear glasses to look more feminine. So under the Gender Motivated Violence Act, they have no right to steal they stole my glasses, stole my bag. And they must have noticed on the surveillance I was either here to go buy new glasses. It's past midnight now, but it's a 24-hour, there's a shop that opens late and sell glasses up here. So they need to find out who placed this orange cone because the elevator is working. I don't know why they placed the orange cone. So they're afraid to go upstairs because they may not let me back in. My back hurts and I need the elevator to come back here. So the elevator is working. So I need to find out why they are harassing me. When I try to use the bathroom also, they're sending the black American workers to drop me. They say they do it in a prison. The prison official, just notice if they consider anybody, especially a black prisoner, a problem, they will hire gang members in the prison to beat the person up. The prison officials will beat the person up and will eventually kill this person. So I don't know if they've ordered the assassination attempt on me, because this Trump just gave them an order they should clear out all the criminals. They said traditionally they call poor black criminals or potential criminals. So this governor Oko needs to be, this governor Oko needs to be charged with hate crime and an accessory. So what they do is they say in the prisons also, in order to beat you and get away with it, they will have you diagnosed as crazy and say you're a problem. Now they're doing it on the street. My mother's daughters did that to my mother in 2015. Our daughters are born in America, born in Florida, so they speak American English. My mother was born in Nigeria, so she speaks Nigerian English. And the friend my mother was crazy, even though, and told the hospital to lock her up as my mother was getting treated for heart disease in Bellevue. And the other daughter in Nigeria, my mother said that one tried to throw me out of the window as a child because my mother had me for another person for different father, and she was jealous. So my mother had her arrested, but her father comes from a powerful family, so they freed her. So, and that daughter, Funke, and my mother's daughter here, they buried my mother on June 12th. You don't bury Nigeria on June 12th. June 12th is a controversial date on Nigeria, whereby the Northern Military seized power and blocked the people from the South, like my mother, the presidential candidate that won the election from becoming president. So it's always a controversial day in Nigeria, June 12th. It's like burning America on July 4th and saying the president is against British colonization of America. Burying a black American on Martin Luther King's Day. So they did that to insult my mother after they killed my mother. And I was trying to do an autopsy because my mother was saying her daughter may be poisoning her food with counterfeit poison or synthetic marijuana because anytime this daughter belonged to give her food, my mother would start having a pain in her chest after eating the food. And apparently it seems that daughter may be working for the FBI CIA because I'm seeing her. She lives in Pittsburgh, but I see her come around me in New York and she won't say nothing because she must be aware I'm under FBI surveillance, so she doesn't want to say something that would. So when they subpoena the record, her voice will appear and it will incriminate her and stuff. So they're all moving funny. This governor and this mayor, they say this how they kill people in the prison. So I don't know if that Trump is ordering in this, and they said it's suspicious that this Eric Adam promises to cooperate with Trump for quote unquote immigration enforcement if they dismiss his criminal charges. And they say some United States Department of Justice lawyers have already resigned, said they smelled a quid pro quo. So I don't know if the quid pro quo is to have me assassinated. So this Elon Musk and Trump partnership needs to be reviewed. They said this Elon Musk is in control, using his billions to control Trump because Trump is in debt. And it was also doing it like Hitler. And apparently, this Trump has ordered they should remove criminals from the subway, and they treat me like a criminal, like I'm violating the subway laws. And they said the best way is to call you crazy and have the police kill you and claim you were accidentally killed while they were trying to help you go to the hospital. They said this Governor Oko has been championing that the homeless people have to go to psych ward. So they're framing mental illness on people and they're taunting people like me and stuff. So in case anything happens to me, in case I get put in a psych ward or something, an abuse corpses has to be filed to arrest all these people from the governor to the mayor because they bother me for no reason. I have property rights. So they're telling the MTA workers to bother me and telling people to set me up in a fight. My mother was saying before they killed her also, they was trying to fight her as an elderly woman. And Gardner also was complaining. It was a black American mother after giving the corporate prison. And then killed them. So this is what is going on. So I'm being taunted and harassed everywhere. I'm going to try, and they're blocking my phone from connecting to the MTA Wi-Fi. So they always bother me in the bathroom at the Stanley Ferry. When I try to use the bathroom at the Manhattan Terminal, they will try to provoke me, call the police on me. So they treat me like a slave. This is what they do. There are more people in this country. The law enforcement, they say even Abdul Lawima, when they arrested him in Brooklyn, the police went and raped him with a stick. It was an Asian immigrant. So I think they're trying to do that to me. Guantanamo Bay waterboard me because they said, if you can prevent somebody from using the bathroom, their pipe would burst and they would die of colon rupture. So they scare from using the bathroom. As a matter of fact, I used to buy croissant with custard. It has milk in it. It always triggers my diarrhea a little bit. But I use a lot of anti-diarrhea. So they told the guy that sells it to me near the ferry to stop selling it to me. And the guy wouldn't sell it to me. If I ordered that croissant with custard, it would sell me something else. And the black American told me to stop coming to that area. So it's like they want me to die of an anal rupture, colon rupture. They're hiring black American gangs to torture me to the extreme. So this is like a worker, and this Trump is telling immigrants not to document nothing or say nothing, otherwise he's going to deport them to El Salvador. So El Salvador president and this Trump and this Elon Musk, they need to be under investigation on why they are, kidnapping immigrants like Abdul Labal, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm so sorry, on March 8th. My birthday is July 8th. It's like they're sending a message towards me as a green card holder, and they said a lot of green card holders are going to be next. They find you criticizing the U.S. government on social media. But my mother's been killed, her has been killed. And I was almost run down by a car Trump was in before he became president the first time. And he then boasted that he could kill somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it and call my African country shittle. So, enough is enough. They're not using their FBI surveillance to help people like me. So this is what is going on. So this is like a grand conspiracy by white and black Americans that don't like Africans, like this Eric Adams. This is some black Americans hate Africans because they say Africans sold them to slavery and they try to revenge. They say the Africans sold them to the Europeans. So this algorithm has been blocking me. There's a court order that people like me to get a hotel room because the police took my home on Staten Island, vacated me. And there's a court order since the 1990s, and I've been reaching out to this algorithm, but instead of giving me the hotel room, it's giving it to Black Americans that were vacated like me. There was a fire in the Bronx 2 years ago or so, and it gave the Black Americans hotel room money. And it's unequally enforcing the laws, and so this has to be investigated. So, I'm only serving America. America is the crime scene. I'm not really safe here, but other countries I'm not going to be safe there because I'm a transsexual, and America has allies like the El Salvador president and the Europeans that they said they always join America to kidnap people and torture them, like the British and Canadian. They said they kidnap foreigners and take them to Guantanamo and torture them. So I'm not really safe in any country. I could be kidnapped and tortured in any country, but I prefer to remain in America because my mother was killed there, Uganda was killed there, and there's more civil activism here. So they may also try to kidnap me away, but they say this stuff is kidnapping people. So I've been getting harassed. They deny me access to the bathroom, and they're stealing my glasses. I'm trying to get a new glasses, and they put this on the way. So these people can be charged with gender-motivated violence act. And there was this woman, at the library that was just staring at me, and I tried to see, and she was witness to the way I was being harassed by the police, and she came around me after I was leaving, and I tried to ask her, you were witness, and she just kept quiet, and walked away from me, so that was kind of, but she gave me $5, so I don't know what that was about, I'm not looking for any woman to marry, so they need to stop, just sending women to menace me, and acting weird around me, whatever that was about. But the Brooklyn Public Library, Eastern Parkway camera picked it up. She said that I've been robbed, so they're stealing my stuff, the little stuff I have, they're stealing it. They said this is the best way they can make you mentally ill and make you angry and have their police kill you. So I don't know if this Trump, is telling them to get rid of criminals, code word, get rid of the poor blacks, because they racially tag poor blacks as potential criminals. So this order is being carried out to the extreme. So in case I get hurt, this Governor Oko and Eric Adams, they say they're trying to stop Trump from cutting the funds and acquiescence to his illegal orders. So they're using African family like a scapegoat. So I'm going to keep recording stuff, posting online. This Governor Oko and Eric Adams need to be arrested alongside Trump. So because they're having people jump that just got robbed. So it's not safe for foreigners. They're robbing us. I had an extra bag, and they just cut it off. But I'm under FBI surveillance, so their satellite camera will pick it up. I used to be in immigration prison. So in case anything happens to me, the thief that stole my stuff March 24, 2025, their satellite camera will pick it up. That thief needs to be arrested, and this will help nail this Trump and this Governor Oko and Elon Musk and whoever else is helping create a toxic environment to target immigrants like me. So please, in case anything happens to me, subpoena all of their surveillance on me. That would be the thing that would nail them. My son has been killed while they're surveilling me. My mother has been killed. This would be what would get them arrested for their criminal activities. I'm a child of God, and God has already got them on the hook. They say every day for the thief and one day for the catcher. So the FBI surveillance of me, that will contain all kinds of records that would help catch these people in their human rights abuse.